Chapter 42. Home. I left Charlie's house feeling sick. I wasn't surprised he was angry with me, but I wasn't prepared to him not ever wanting to be friends with me. His mind was clearly made up, and there was no way he was going to change it. I turned towards my street and put my hands into my pockets. My fingers felt something cold, and when I took it out, I saw it was a key. The key to the boiler room at school, that I'd locked after I'd turned the electricity off. I hadn't really given much thought to the fact that I was going to be in a whole heap of trouble after what I'd done at the ball. What would happen if I got expelled? I'd have to go to a new school, and who would want to be mates with someone like me? My house was up ahead, and when I got to our path I stopped. The gate was missing, the one I'd swung on all those years ago and broken. I gave the gatepost a little pat as I walked past. Mum opened the door just as I arrived. She looked livid. "Maxwell, what on earth have you done? Do you realise how dangerous that was, turning the electricity off at school, with all those hundreds of people there?" Dad appeared behind her, and Bex came downstairs in her grey jeans and grey History Ain't Dead t-shirt. She was back to normal again. I stood there for a moment and looked at my family. Then I threw my arms around my mum. "I love you, Mum. I love you all. I'm so sorry for everything. I'm so sorry for everything that I've done wrong." Mum slowly wrapped her arms around me and rubbed my back. "What's the matter, Maxwell? What's happened?" I pulled away from her and threw myself into Dad's arms. "Dad, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry you're both so miserable." I could see my sister's face over my dad's shoulder. She looked worried. I gave her a smile and she smiled back. Even though things were probably about to get a whole more complicated, it was nice to be back with my family. There was still someone left to see. The kitchen door behind Bex gave a shudder and burst open as my fat, funny, happy beagle thundered towards me. "Monster!" I said, letting go of Dad and dropping to my knees. My dog threw himself into my open arms, his tongue dangling out the side of his mouth like it always does. "I've missed you, Monster. I've missed you so much," I said, burying my face in his neck. He smelled absolutely awful and so good. "Maxwell, what's going on? Are you okay?" said Mum. I kissed the top of Monster's head and turned round to look at my family, and they all stared at me, confused looks on their faces. "I'm fine, Mum. I'm absolutely fine," I said. I suggested I should go straight into school and own up about turning off electricity and ruining the whole evening. Not that I needed to own up. It was pretty obvious who had done it. Mum and Dad were both a bit shocked to hear what I wanted to do, but they agreed. Dad drove us there and parked where the TV truck had stood. Everyone had packed up and gone home now. There were a few people hanging around on the playground, including Mrs. Lloyd. I told my parents I wanted to talk to her alone, so they waited for me in the car. As I walked across the playground, Mrs. Lloyd spotted me straight away and folded her arms. Well, Maxwell Beckett, don't you have a lot of explaining to do?" She looked like she could breathe fire. But there was something about my face made her soften a little. "Mrs. Lloyd, I'm sorry I ruined everything with the TV company and the ball. I was just so upset I couldn't come. I'm so sorry." Mrs. Lloyd took a step closer. "This can't carry on, Maxwell. Your behaviour was reckless and dangerous, and it has ruined a perfectly nice evening for a lot of people. I'm going to have a serious think over the weekend about how we can resolve your continuing bad behaviour." I nodded. "Come and see me first thing on Monday morning. I'll need your parents to be there too, both of them," she said. "I know, miss. I understand. I'll see you on Monday." I turned and walked back to my family.